Okay. All right. Do we have audio now?
Yes,
Sure.
we do.
Hey, OBSY. We had a great intro and it didn't pick it up. But, okay. Anyway, hello.
You know, this is why we always test audio.
I know, technology. Like, who needs it?
The soul of technology.
Oh, gosh. We watched Napoleon Dynamite again, just like last week. Yeah.
Not as much as you see. Always and forever. This is almost a better introduction. Kenji,
yes.
I'd like to set the scenario.
Okay.
You have been traveling with your party through the misty mountains.
Oh.
You've reached a tavern of Jam and Jabber. What do you do?
Roll for initiative.
Okay, what do you roll?
Fuck, my dice isn't in front of me. I rolled a 1.
Oh, you fall in a mud puddle and get all of your shiny armor covered in mud.
Oh, no, I'm all sticky.
And now the hot bartender, like the hot lady behind the counter, she's not interested.
The
wench there, she's kind of disappointed.
What if I could interest you in some mud wrestling?
Go persuasion.
I rolled another 1.
Oh, she's not buying it.
Damn.
I think you decided to put that dice into timeout. Wait, everybody, we're doing a pop culture DnD special campaign for you all tonight. Exactly. Welcome to the beautiful world.
Welcome to our realm.
Welcome to the realm of Jam and Jabber D&D.
That's right.
Yes, welcome. We are doing a fun D&D stream. We talked about this a couple weeks ago, and we're like, hell yeah. We actually just started another D&D campaign for the first one in a really, really, really long time for us.
And we're pretty thrilled, and we figured let's keep this D&D train rolling.
I love that your D&D screen has just a D20 on it, as if that's what that's what screens look like, and they're not
I was panicked, so I didn't want to draw a full fantasy scene.
I mean, that's a good D20. I think you did a really great job with that.
I've absolutely practiced drawing D20s in the past.
That's good.
Thank you.
That's really good. That's
Thank
a good
you.
D20.
All right.
So we've got all 13 classes.
Yeah, as far as 5e goes.
And yes, we're playing 5th edition with you all tonight. We've got all 13 classes, which works perfect because that's what we normally do.
We usually do about 12
we should get into it. We're gonna start with lucky number 13.
Go to it, yeah.
And then we'll roll our D12 like we normally do, but now it's even more fitting for tonight.
So 13, we're going with the Artificer, and the character we've chosen for that is Chuck E. Cheese.
For those watching at home, there is a theme for our pop culture characters that we have chosen. If you can guess what it is, I'm going to give you a inspiration point.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's worth it.
I thought we can do something cool with that inspiration point later, for sure. Like, definitely know you can cash that in, okay? But it has to be used in today's session, because this is a one-shot, okay?
Yeah.
We were talking a little bit last week, and I just want to let everybody know I did turn on all messages instead of top messages, so I can keep an eye on the chat. And I'm not going to miss, half of the things y'all say like I have in the past. But I started playing D&D. God, how old was I? I think I was probably 16 years old.
Yeesh.
Or maybe a little bit younger. Maybe 15, 16 is when I first started playing D&D. And D&D's changed a lot.
It has.
Since I was a young warthog. Being the person that I am, born with pointed ears, it was kind of a natural fit for me. You know, I fit in with all the nerds, and until the other nerds got jealous of me. You know, all the other girls are like, I'm sorry, you're actually just a half elf, Steffi. You're not a full elf. And I'm like, more elf than you, bitch. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And so, I have played all sorts of different types of campaigns, different settings, different themes. I've played Monster the Adjective from the World of Darkness. I started with Vampire the Masquerade like everybody does, just because that was the hotness when I was in high school. Thank you, Anne Rice.
Oh, God, I adore Anne Rice, especially since she went, like, she retired from writing vampire thirst fiction, and went to Christian fantasy, and then was so pissed off at just how shitty, like, Twilight was, that she got back into writing vampire thirst fiction.
Yes. She passed away a few years ago.
She did.
Yeah. Rip Anne Rice. And she was buried in New Orleans because she loved New Orleans so much. I know a friend just went and visited her grave. Said that she had quite the emotional reaction. I can imagine that too.
Yeah.
Before we get too far into this, so Artificer is a new class for 5th edition. And this one comes out because of, like, World of Warcraft.
Oh, for sure.
The Tinkerers, and they're Tinker Fairies. Like, Tinkerbell. That's the new lore.
Now okay. I was basically just gonna draw, like, fantasy mech for our good boy Charles Entertainment Cheese the Third. But now I want to redo this as, like, a Tinker Fairy.
You're like, he is a, he's an animatronic. This is FNAF. You can't go too far.
D&D FNAF.
It's D&D FNAF. This is what this is. He's an android, or he's what I just said the word.
Animatronic.
And he's an animatronic. Man, there's been so much FNAF news coming out. Man. The new DLC is supposed to come out in a couple of weeks, actually.
I'm half thinking about getting Paramount Plus just so we can watch the FNAF movie.
I think it comes out on the 26th. No. I'm looking at my calendar. I think it's the 25th. It's on a Tuesday. And it releases at midnight on Pacific Standard Time. So we know that he's in our neighborhood, somewhere on the West Coast with us, or the maybe not him specifically, Scott Coffin, or just Steelwood Studios, because they're releasing in Pacific Standard Time. But the DLC for the new hotness,
Security Breach.
Security Breach is going to come out. And they're like, oh, people gave us a lot of complaints that they said it was too, like, sugary and not, like, it was too bright. It was not a horror game like the way we like our horror games. It was too different. You can't do things that are too different.
You don't have creepy animatronics that look like they could murder me. Like, this isn't believable enough. Although, I gotta say, I adored the glam rock designs for all the animatronics.
They were so good.
They
were
looked
so good.
So clean. Like, such good character design.
Yeah, and so I feel like they kind of felt that pressure of people, like, leaving negative, like, complaints about FNAF, saying that it wasn't creepy enough. So, like, well, we're going to do a whole completely different shift from, like, how the game was launched, and this DLC is going to be, like, later on, and it's going to be dark and gritty, and blah, blah, blah.
We're going to give it the Zack Snyder treatment is what we're going to do.
So dumb, but, it'll be interesting. I will probably just watch all my favorite YouTubers play it and theorize and tear it apart, and then there's a FNAF movie coming out later this year, and then a sequel to Help Wanted. All of my Let's Players are going fucking crazy for FNAF. They're like, oh my god, this was one of the best years for FNAF lore, FNAF releases. It's a good FNAF year. 2020 year of the FNAF, year of the Freddy.
God, year of the Freddy, Jesus.
So when we were thinking about Ken had asked me a couple he thought for Artificer. I was like, no, it's got to be Charles E. Entertainment because he's an animatronic. Yeah. And if you think of like the Artificer, the name Artificer does not make me think Tinkerer, or like maybe it's because I am an uneducated like
Uninitiated,
like just like, oh, well, that's actually what that word means. Well, I guess I'm just a big old duty head who doesn't know nothing about nothing. That's probably it.
Yes,
big old
that
duty head.
must be it. There
Don't
can
know
be no
nothing
other
about
answer.
nothing. Yeah.
Don't know nothing about nothing. All
Yeah.
There's the karaoke segment for tonight. You're welcome. It's over now.
Oh,
You're
gonna.
extra welcome.
I think we'll probably be singing some more. I always love to sing on stream. But he's an animatronic. He's absolutely going to, like, we gotta have Charles E. Entertainment as the artificer. There's so many more classes. I remember when Elf was a class.
Yeah.
Second edition.
Oh gosh, that is oof.
I did play.
Careful, you're aging yourself on stream.
I did not play first edition. But I did play like one game of second ed. It's not what I started with. I started with 3.0 and then moved to 3.5. And then throughout most of my 20s, I was playing 3.5 and other games.
Yeah.
Lots of different types of systems and rules. I used like percentage system, like for different Cthulhu games. Again, World of Darkness.
Yeah.
That's what I did in my 20s. That's how I spent my 20s, is I was playing tabletop role-playing games.
No, I did.
And then after my divorce, I was like, I need a fucking break.
Yeah.
That's all I've been doing with my life. That's not the only thing I was doing. I was doing lots of other things. But it was a huge chunk of what I did during my 20s. And I'm glad I took a break, about 5 years break. Because now I'm going. We just started a Faerun campaign into Forgotten Realms, which is actually one setting I never got to play.
I'm super excited.
I had maybe one session in Faerun, and then whoever was running it was like, "Oh, whoops, never mind." And I was like, "Damn it! I made a really fucking cool character. I was super excited. This was when I was still 3.5." And I was just, like, ready to dive into all the lore, because there's so much lore. There's actually, I think out of any, and please correct me if I'm wrong, out of any of the D&D worlds, there's, I believe, Forgotten Realms has the most, books written about it. Because the whole Drizzle series.
Did Snoop Dogg write the books?
I believe his name is Drizzle. Like, he's the drow that everyone fucking loses their mind over. Drizzit?
Oh,
Drizzle? It's probably Drizzit.
This is starting to sound more familiar to me.
Yeah, I'm probably Drizzit. I'm sorry, all the fans, like, they love their sweet, sexy drow boy. But I never read the books. I've been wanting to. After we started this, I'm like, oh, do I want to just dive into Faerun lore? Do I just want to lose myself in that for a little bit? I haven't gotten into my Evangelion hyper-focused train yet.
Yeah, when are we going to do our Evangelion stream?
As soon as I sit down and study the lore. As soon as I figure that out, I like the chip out of the ear. That's nice. That's a nice detail.
Yeah. That's good. Just mouse design right there to begin with.
That's really good. That's real fantastic mouse design. That's how you know he's a bad mouse. If he wasn't a bad mouse, his ear would be intact.
Yeah, because he got that from fighting.
Yeah, he got it from fighting because he's a fighter boy now, using his mechs.
Exactly.
This is totally from fucking WotC from World of Warcraft, which I did play a little bit of as well. I was in college.
Oh, that's Blizzard.
Blizzard.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Where's WotC is D&D.
Yeah.
Blizzard.
WotC is the thing
what's that?
WotC is the thing inspiring us tonight.
Yeah, exactly. I did play a little bit of World of Warcraft. But I was in college and I just didn't have time to play.
Yeah.
As silly as it sounds, I just didn't have time. I was doing way too many classes. I had way too much on my plates. I was taking full 4 classes, 20 credits, sometimes even 5 classes. And I had 3 part-time jobs.
Yeah.
And I had a very active social life. And so I just didn't have time to play World of Warcraft. And so, all my friends out-leveled me, and I was just like, I'm left behind. And my boyfriend at the time was like, "Oh, I'll help you." And basically, he just walked me through low-level areas, cleaned everything up, and let me just take the stuff, which doesn't really help you to level too much. And I'm like, oh, well, this isn't what I wanted. I want to just do, will you start a lower player character with me? And he's like, no. That was back in the day when it was really hard to level. And when you got to level 40 where you could get your mount, holy shit.
That was like what South Park did of just the 30 hours or more of just killing boars constantly. Boars.
Yes.
God, that was such a good episode.
It was so good. It was kind of around that time I was playing World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
My first character was a troll shaman. I enjoyed her. She was cool. She had a raptor mount that was purple. She's fucking cool. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed it a lot. But there's a lot of toxic nerd culture.
Oh, yeah.
Even more so back then.
Oh, yeah.
That's when I learned really quickly that no one would answer your question if you just put it out there.
Yeah.
But if you misspelled it, people would answer your question. You spelled the wrong, and it's this. Oh, thanks. I totally let stupid boys on and dance naked on top of mailboxes and shit. It was fantastic. It was a short-lived time of my life, but whenever I think of this Artificer, I've never played one because I haven't played too much 5th edition.
Yeah.
I played some, but towards the end of my career of my 20s, I was playing D&D. I mostly played 3.5. 4th edition sucked.
Would you say, since you played so much Dungeons and Dragons in your 20s, that it was your D20s? I should not be proud of that joke, but I am.
That's good. No, that's good. I like that. I like that. Ken, this is amazing. Are you? Oh,
I'm feeling this. I'm really happy with this.
This is art.
Thank you.
This call up Charles E. Entertainment.
Yes.
Do you want to be in our campaign?
I mean, I would. If this was my character, hell yeah, I'd play this Artificer.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Our next number is number 11, but I just want to say, this is fucking rad. I love the giant bolts, too.
Oh, yeah.
This is cool. This is really cool. I love it.
Okay.
It's got the eye patch, too, you know.
It's going for a monocle.
Yeah. Because it's their little tinkers, it helps them to magnifying and shit.
Number 11. Oh, number 11's going to be a lot of fun. It's Jackbox.
So who's Jack the Box?
This is the Jack in the Box mascot.
But what class is he going to be?
He's going to be a warlock.
It's that pointy... Well, the pointy hat makes me think wizard.
For my thinking was just because, that mascot head is clearly hiding something far more insidious. Perhaps some sort of terrible scar he got when he made a pact with a demon for his magical powers.
Yeah, he could just be a demon under that.
Exactly.
The hands look like normal human guy, but under that could also be. Hey, welcome, Chance. Welcome.
Hello.
Just in time. We actually just did our first class. We did Artificer as Charles E. Entertainment. You'll have to go back and watch that one another time. We talked a little bit about FNAF and such. But yes, we are turning pop culture icons. There is a theme for tonight's stream.
I think you might have figured it out already, maybe. But
Okay. We'll see.
Y'all might. We'll see.
So this Jack the guy who's in the box. What's in the box?
What pain.
It's demons. He's
it's
a warlock.
He's
a
demons
warlock.
that make you shit yourself.
And maybe some body parts. Who knows?
Oh God.
The warlock is also a new class for me. I grew up on 3.5, and again I didn't play any 4th edition. I don't even think I even played any.
We played maybe 2 games in 4th edition. We didn't spend a lot of time in it. Nobody really liked it.
Yeah. That's how Ken and I we spent a lot of time playing D&D together too, because Ken and I have known each other for a long time.
Yeah, that's how we met, was through D&D.
I mean, it's same friend group,
Yeah.
but that was a big thing that we did together, was we
Yeah.
played D&D together. God, that was a long time ago.
It was.
That was a long time ago. I'm trying to remember how many years
I was
ago.
just thinking, because 2011 or so? Like
Wow.
2012?
That's probably right.
Yeah, about 12, 13 years now.
Damn, time flies.
It do.
We got Chance in the chat saying nice. We had some buffering issues while watching the D&D movie, or else I would have been here sooner.
Oh, no
How
worries.
was the D&D movie?
Yeah.
I watched the other D&D movie that came out.
That animated one from like the 80s?
No, there was
Oh,
a live
no.
action one
Was
that
there?
came out in like early 2000s.
Oh, I don't remember that
I do.
one.
I do, and it was a huge flop. It came out like a little bit after
Oh,
Aragon.
God, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I totally put that out of my memory.
Yeah, that's what was. And they're like, "Did you watch the D&D movie?" I'm like, "Which one? Which D&D movie?"
Yeah, the one they want you to remember.
I heard that this one was really good. I heard
Me
it was
too.
really silly, and our DM Rowan, who said that their game is going to be kind of funny and campy. Again, in Faerun, which I am so excited. I'm so excited to play in Faerun. Again, I don't know if you were in that one, but I think that might have been before we were gaming together.
I think it might have been because
it was a different group that I got like to do 2 sessions, or maybe just one, and I was so excited. And then they're like, "Yeah, I'm not doing that." And then you know how we love to make fun of edgelords. You want to know why we like to make fun of edgelords?
Because we've known too many.
Because we gamed with too many edgelords.
Yeah.
And the cringy, just awful characters. And just, I was telling some friends the other day that the previous DM that we had, he would purposefully make it very difficult for us to do certain things. You know, we had certain things that we'd like to do, and you know, like in most D&D campaigns, they're like, "What do you do?" "Well, I'd like to do this." "No, you can't do that." "Well, why not?" "Oh, you can't do it. It's in the rules. You can't do that." And I'm like, but that doesn't seem like I shouldn't be able to do that. Like, he was very, very controlling, and all just to tell his dumb stories about his NPCs. His NPCs had to take front and center because it was about him. And unfortunately, what happened is that my other friends, in order to compete with a power gamer like that, they had to learn the rules and they had to be on him like all the time to make sure that he wasn't lying, because he would just straight up lie. And then I had another friend who like pull out the GM's manual and says, "Actually, it says here, here, and here that is something that you can do." We would have so many games that would just stop.
God, yeah.
Just stop because
we
we were debating him on the rules, and he would try to fight us on the stupidest of details just because he wanted his NPCs to be fucking cool.
This doesn't fit my narrative.
And again, just stupid edgelord bullshit.
Yeah.
Just stupid edgelord bullshit. And it was so fucking frustrating. And so, unfortunately, this caused this group just to be hyper vigilant about anything that he did. And they were like on him. They had to learn the rules, and they had to be power gamers themselves in order to combat that. Like, and we had to be really, really, like, we had to strategize just to get around. Oh my god, this is so fucking like, it's dark and I love it. I love the crack in the ball head.
Thank you.
That's really good. That's really good. We got a chance in the chat saying, to the tune of too many cooks, too many edgelords, too many edgelords, too many edgelords, too many edgelords. Chance also says, "Oh my god, I love this." I also love this. This is really good. Man, some of those edgelords probably would have been like, "This is my original character.
This is my OC. Please do not
Do
steal.
not steal."
Don't steal my OC, okay?
Oh my god. And it got really bad, and so he can continue to run games for us, and he would just be a little bitch about the stupidest of details, and just fight us again on the stupidest of things. And just for what it was, we're like, we just want to kill some boars and some orcs and have fun. It turned into these epic, stupid stories where his NPCs, and he loved putting his NPCs in bolo ties for some goddamn reason.
What?
Yeah.
I don't remember some of those.
Oh, they were dumb. Oh, they were so dumb. And we made fun of him so much, and he's slowly stopped making his characters have, like, bolo ties. We're like, oh, is he wearing a bolo tie? Just like, it's D&D, man. Not the fucking Wild West. And even if it was the Wild West, why is that such an important detail? Like,
Yeah.
is it a magical bolo tie? Will it be able to help me defeat more orcs? Like, does it give me a +1 to orc smashing? I mean, what the fuck? No, it's just his aesthetics. It was so bad. It was so bad. We teased him so much about it. Fucking bolo ties.
Oh, God.
I have so many goddamn stories about D&D because, you'll hear me bitch about, like, my distaste of fucking, like, Hawkeye. Oh, no. We can talk about D&D for fucking ever. Yeah, that's how I spent my D20s.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. That was good.
I'm glad that joke
was good.
has legs.
That's good. It was a good one. Yeah, I want to talk about what we're doing in our current game, but I want to ask you a quick question,
Go
Ken,
for it.
and people who are watching us live. What is your favorite class to play of all time?
Oh, gosh.
Your favorite class. It can be 5th edition, 3.5, whatever. A specialty class, whatever kind of class it is that you like.
It's so tough to say. Like, I mean, I haven't played nearly as much, so like, I'm just trying to think of like through the classes I have played, and like I had a lot of fun with my dwarven fighter, Grum, but Grum was particularly fun because he was like nonverbal mostly. Like all he could say was Grum, hence the name Grum. Kind of like a Pokemon.
This is so incredible. I love this.
I'm really happy with how this is turning
my
out.
God.
It's the dark magic this warlock is committing.
Do you want to hop to the next one so we can get to all classes before the end of tonight? Because
Sure.
we're already
Yeah.
30 minutes in.
Yeah, we can do the next one.
Okay,
I'm
I'm
really happy with this.
That's really good. Our next number is number 7.
Number
This is
7.
good. This is art. I love the
God.
crack. That is fantastic.
Just insinuating the darkness underneath. Number 7, you said?
Yeah.
Oh god, number 7 is going to be great. It's going to be the fighter, and it's going to be Wendy.
Again, there is a theme for tonight.
There's a theme tonight.
Let us know what you think the theme is.
Yeah.
I love this. I love this. It's really good. It's really good. Are you gonna go with the real Wendy or the mascot of Wendy?
The mascot. I
Okay.
don't think Wendy Thomas is going to really want to be the fighter.
I mean, she's been a fighter.
That's true.
She still works for the Wendy's company.
She has her own franchise. Yeah.
We got Chance in the comments saying, I have no clue yet about favorite class. Kresh is my second D&D character. Though if we're extending to video games, in Oblivion, I always ended up as a rogue. Oh, that's totally fine too. Yeah, absolutely. Video games too. Chance says fast food mascots.
Yes.
Yeah, they're fast food mascots.
We're doing fast
Absolutely.
food mascots.
The each one as which D&D classes, which I'm glad you talked me into it because this is incredible. I decided to spend the one day where it's in the 90s to do a deep clean of my car.
Yeah.
A long time ago, I had bought not one, but 2 bales of hay for crafting purposes. And the person who sold me said hail bales, that they would be perfect for crafting. They weren't.
No.
It was the trash hay that you would use to like fill up like if your pigs had too much mud and they needed something else so that they weren't just sinking into the mud. That's the kind of hay it was used for. It wasn't even like good for eating or any. It was just trash.
Just bedding hay.
It was just trash bedding hay, and it got everywhere in my car. God, that was probably like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe closer to 5 that we did. We did that. No, I think it was 4 years ago. It was right before 2020.
Yeah, it was probably like 2019.
Yeah,
maybe.
it was probably 2019.
Yeah,
So about
around
4
like
years ago.
fall of 2019.
Because we were going to do it for the Christmas, the Yuletide markets. We're going to make Yule goats. And that did not happen because it was trash.
It was.
And my friends who did show up to help me tried their heckin' best. They were great. Did not work out. But in the meantime, my car is still, I got most of it. But for a long time, my car was just littered with hay. I've got just a little Honda CRV, and it was just like glued to the interior. And so I spent today doing a huge deep clean. I finally got a lot of it out. Still not 100%, but we're really getting closer and closer to that. Yeah. And so I was just like hyper fixated on that when Ken was like, "Hey, we should do this." I'm like, "I don't know." Blah, 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 blah. And I'm glad that you went ahead with it. Because I love this idea. We were just going to do different pop culture icons.
Yeah.
But this is a better list. This is a better list for sure. So we've got Ashley. Welcome.
Hello.
We got Ashley. Hey, I just watched John Wick. I've never seen it. You have to tell me what your thoughts are. Have you ever seen it, Ken?
I have not.
We were thinking about it.
We
Don't you have it?
I do have the DVD. I borrowed it from someone and just accidentally never gave it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, more edgelords.
More edgelords.
We got Ashley saying, "I know nothing about D&D. What's up with Wendy's? Wendy's is our fighter.
Yes.
We are doing fast food mascots as the different classes of D&D. So she is the warrior or fighter class.
Yeah.
And we just did the artificer of Charles E. Entertainment.
Charles E. Cheese, yes.
Oh, hi, baby bee. Meow, meow.
Sweetheart.
It was more like the animatronics because the artificer's like that tinker. And then we did Jack from Jack in the Box as our warlock, the demon summoning warlock. You'll have to go back and watch it after we're done. We got Chance saying, yeah, that was around 2018, 2019, when I was too scared to come out to help make the goats. Yeah. Rachel says, I remember that story. I think it was 2019. Yeah. Chance says, I rewatched John Wick like 2 nights ago. Everybody's on John Wick kick.
Okay.
We'll have to watch it. I had to pause it a lot to use the bathroom, so I don't have an opinion yet. I'll probably have to rewatch it. That's super fair.
Yeah.
There's some movies, too, I'm like, I don't know what I just watched. I needed time to process. What the hell was that? But anyways, what the heck was I talking about before? Oh, yeah, so, yeah, I'm glad you talked me into doing the fast food mascots. This is pretty funny. This is really good. Chances John Wick is alright. Okay, that's good.
Okay,
I mean, last week we rewatched Napoleon Dynamite, and does that still hold up? There's like one line that can be kind of forgiven, kind of.
It was a time capsule for sure, but
it was one word.
Yeah,
and it's not even that. Well, yeah.
It depends. It's not a kind word for neurodivergent folk.
Correct. It's not a very kind word. It's not a good word for sure.
No.
Is it a racist word? No. It's not really a violent word.
I think I hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. So except for that one word.
Yeah.
Everything else, it just held up to the test of time, and oh man,
it's so awkward.
Ashley says, are we gonna go to the zoo night tomorrow?
Zoo night? We got D&D tomorrow.
Yeah, we're playing D&D tomorrow. That's why we're doing our D&D stream. Yes, that is the word. Ashley, thank you. I will not say it on stream.
Yeah.
Even what you put in there, because I'll just leave it like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, that was one, and we're like, ooh, yeah, that was a time capsule. That was a time capsule
Yep.
piece, yeah. But otherwise, oh my god, rewatching Napoleon Dynamite, like, always and forever.
You know, I've been training to be a cage fighter, Napoleon. Try and hit me.
Oh gosh, you're so dumb.
Erase your art. Just do it. Do it.
His liger, which is like pretty much like my favorite animal ever.
Favorite animal ever. It's bred for its properties and magic.
It's so
Yeah.
good. It's so good.
Your mom goes to college.
Your mom goes to college. God. Rachel says John Wick is Keanu Reeves, and that's
Yep.
enough. Yep, I'm aware of that. Chance, yeah, a lot of 90s and early 2000s media has that particular slur, and it's always jarring. Yeah, oh yeah. And it actually, because I was a young person at that time, I was influenced, and I did use that word. And
A lot of us were.
Yeah, it was, and I only say this just because I had somebody tell me, that's not a cool word to say. And at first I kind of was upset by it, just because, it was in the culture everywhere. And I'm like, oh my god, why are you blah, blah, blah. And then I thought about it, and a little bit longer, he had to kind of tell me twice. And I'm a little embarrassed to admit that. I mean, I was younger, and I was stupid. And after about the second time, it kind of dawned on me. I'm like, he's not telling me this because he's trying to be a butthole. He's actually trying to help me. And I'm like, that kind of dawned on me. I was like, I think he's onto something. I think that is kind of a dumb word to say, and I shouldn't say that. There's a lot of people who say a lot of dumb things.
Yeah.
A lot of, dead sex worker jokes were really popular,
yeah.
or dead baby jokes were really popular. Like, I don't want to be like that. And that was a big moment for me. And then so when I hear it, it kind of hits that part of me that has that embarrassment of ooh, yeah, I was that person back then. Glad I'm not that person anymore.
Oh, yeah.
I'm grateful for that friend who didn't give up on me.
Like,
Even though I was kind of being a butt about it. I fully admit that I was being a butt about it. But he didn't give up on me, and I really appreciate that fact that he was still kind and still was trying to help teach me. And that, because it did help, and I came around. I found the wisdom. I listened to what he had to say, and I'm glad that he didn't give up on me.
Yeah, there's no shame in admitting that we used to stand in a place of ignorance. The only shame would be if we stay there.
Absolutely, absolutely. Rachel, I watched 3 minutes of Napoleon and turned it off. What?
Oh, no.
It's okay. It's not for everybody. I get it.
It's very much just awkwardness.
Oh, it's the king of cringe. The king
of
cringe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It is very cringe.
We got Ashley saying the Ghost Stories dub, which is stupidly hilarious, has a lot of different slurs in it, as the voice actors were given free reign since the original didn't do good. I think it's funny, but... Rachel, I get upset when people use it still to this day.
Yeah.
Me
that's
too.
Not cool.
Again,
we're in a position where we should know better in 2023.
Oh, yeah. Again, we rewatched it, and that was the only thing where it's ooh, no. But everything else held up really, really good as far, and a lot of movies from that time don't.
Nope.
A lot of movies from that time absolutely don't. We got Ashley saying a selfie taken by an orphan is technically a family photo. Skeletor.
No, I love that though.
Chance, my dad is also not a fan of Napoleon Dynamite. It's okay, I get it. Rachel, it never should have been used in the first place by anyone.
Agreed.
1,000%. 1,000% agree. 100%. 1,000,000% agree. Absolutely. I love this Wendy. She kind of looks like she's kind of giving me Aloy vibes with that red hair.
I can get that.
That spear. I could see that. That's really good. You played so the question I asked Ken earlier, and he hasn't answered. We got a chance to answer.
Grum.
Oh,
Grum was my favorite. He was a fighter.
Not character, but class.
The fighter was a lot of fun to play as. I've played as a paladin, and that was fun too.
Real quick, the question
yeah.
that I posed for Ken, and I would love to hear everybody else's answer too. We got an answer from Chance. I'll answer it too. But what is your favorite D&D class? So that, thank you. Let me pause. You played a really good paladin. I really liked
did.
how you played that paladin.
Sid was a lot of fun to play.
He
For
was
sure.
absolutely a fantastic character.
Yeah.
And I totally romanced him. And my character was playing a very beautiful sorceress who was very into him.
Oh, goodness. Good
It was
memories.
very cute. It was very, very cute. They even got married.
Yes, they did.
They even
didn't
got
they?
married,
That's
yeah.
Right. That's right.
A big family wedding, because your character was that...
My character was like the youngest of like 12 siblings.
lived
Yeah.
out in the farmlands.
Yeah.
My character was that other, like, I really love this about 5th edition of the Chaos Sorcerers. She was a fun character to play. I really like playing sorcerers because that spontaneous casting, but with arcane magic, it takes a while to figure out and pick out your spells. But once you have them, you're like, boom, it's easy. It's not like wizards that, I'm playing actually a wizard in our campaign right now. I'm playing a sun elf wizard, and I actually really like her. I'm basing her off of Nada from the...
Nuala?
Nuala.
Yeah.
Nuada is her brother.
That's right.
Yeah. Nuala is the Princess Nuala from Hellboy 2. Love that movie. That is one of my all-time favorite movies. I love how they did the Fae. I love how they did the elves. I love the character designs. And like, I mean, yeah. Hellboy 2 was fun, you know. Like the, what song did they get drunk to?
Wasn't it Barry Manilow?
It was!
Yeah.
What song was it?
Oh, God, I don't know.
Oh,
to
now
remember.
I want to rewatch it. It was so funny. It was so funny. He's like, I'm all water. I have no alcohol resistance. That's why you need to have 2.
Nice.
But I love the fire girl character. Like, fire is in me. Fire is in me.
She was like early 2000s emo personified.
Oh, the early 2000s hair flippy out?
Oh, God,
That
yeah.
every girl had?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
Oh,
had
yeah.
that emo over going too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Fire's in me. But no, I love Prince Nada and Princess Nuala. I loved their character designs. I loved
yeah.
them. I just really liked her demeanor, and I think I just thought that would be fun to kind of play a sun elf kind of like her. That would be fun and enjoyable. My favorite class of all time, though. I have played so much over the years. I always would get stuck with heel bitch duty. I'd always
Yeah.
get stuck
Oh,
with
yeah.
heel bitch duty because I would always kind of wait just to see what everybody else was going to play. Not because I couldn't think of a character, but because I could come up with whatever the group needed. And no one would be the healer, because then they were like, Stephanie will be the healer, and I got stuck being a goddamn cleric all the goddamn time. I mean, it's not that I don't like playing clerics. I do enjoy it. Like, and the clerics in 5th edition are fucking badass.
Oh,
Before
yeah.
they weren't as much as warriors, but now, like, holy shit, they're like all on par of a paladin. Like, they're fucking badass. Like back in 3.5, when you think of like white mage, that was kind of more what they were at. So I was stuck on heal bitch duty for a lot of games, just because no one fucking played the healer. I'm like, okay, I'll make sure we don't die.
Yeah.
And kind of this game too, we got a lot of newbies who were playing D&D.
And I'm so thrilled to be with them on their journey.
Yes, it's fun. It's really fun. I'm excited. But I'll play the wizard. It's okay. I'll be that person that makes sure that we don't die if we come against mind flayers. It's okay, because you need to like certain things in a party.
Oh, for sure.
And
For sure.
for your first game, like my very first game I played actually was I did play some D&D, but I was like clueless, and a lot of those D&D games. Oh, I should give you another character so we can keep it going.
Oh, yeah. I'm really loving this Wendy fighter.
It's really good.
Like, she's proficient in all manners of weapons and will kick your ass.
She will. And it's always fresh, never frozen.
That's right. never uses ice magic. Doesn't
Always
track the
fresh,
shit.
never frozen. Punch, kick.
I love
Yeah. So let me pay attention to the chat, and I'll finish my
Okay.
story here in just a second.
What was the number again?
Number 7.
it. Number 7.
Yeah.
We just did number 7.
What?
Yeah.
That number 4.
Yeah. Okay, number 4.
It's so fantastic. I
Thank
love that
you.
Crate says weapons, so
Yes,
you know.
so you know. She's all about them weapons.
Yeah.
All right, number 4. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. It's the Noid. The Noid is going to be our party's druid.
You want to tell people why?
Because the Noid seemed like the kind of guy who would just have been like, spent way too much time out in the forest away from humanity and just kind of not right. And that felt really true to character for the Noid.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's always out to destroy people's pizzas.
Yeah, exactly,
You know? Sometimes
exactly.
the druids are just like, no, I don't actually want to help in this political situation that we're in. I'm just going to totally bring rats to the party.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to bring rats to the party. Is everyone okay if I just bring a summon swarm and just invite rats to the party? Oh, God.
I mean, rats are a party. Rats know how to party.
Rats know how to party. We got Rachel. This Wendy is a million times better than the original Wendy. I think both are great. I like your Wendy, too.
Thank you.
Rachel, I have not played in 30 years, so I don't remember. Last time I played was in 1983 when I lived in Germany. Chance, I love to play D&D, but I don't know how to get into it, nor do I know anyone that plays, excluding you and Ken. There are so many different groups, but I hear you.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to just pick a random group,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you want to know it's a good group, because there can be a lot of very toxic players.
For sure.
And then we were talking about that before, just how, like, our DM was just the worst of the worst edgelords. Like, you know how we make fun of edgelords a lot on stream? It's because we dealt with a lot of edgelords in D&D and just power gamers, and so... and the good groups are hard to get a part of.
Yeah.
Although we do know there is a place in Kent,
Yeah.
Washington. Do you remember the name of that store?
Game Castle with a K.
And they, shout out to Game Castle, they have open games all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And you can go on their website, find out a campaign that you would like to join, and you can just sign up for free.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost anything. You can just show up, and people are looking for players. They don't just have D&D, they have a number of different games. When we were there, it was just a couple of people playing, I think,
It was like a Saturday afternoon.
yeah, it was like Ravenloft or something they were running.
Sounds right.
I just saw what you did, and this is
Yeah.
incredible. this is absolutely... This almost looks like a wizard. Like,
Yeah, well, I'm not quite there yet.
yeah, it almost looks like a wizard. Like, looks like Baba Yaga.
Oh, God.
With bunny
Baba
ears.
Yaga.
Baba Yaga with some
Not the
bunny
John
ears.
Wick one, the actual
Yeah,
Baba Yaga
Baba-
from Slavic
Oh
folklore.
my god, this is amazing. So yeah, Game Castle in Kent, Washington. Shout out to them if you are looking for a game. And you just want to try. You know, sometimes you can just sit and watch and listen to them run a game and see if that's even something you want to do. They're really cool and really open about a lot of different things. So yeah, check them out if you're looking for something. Gaming in person is so much different than gaming online.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't do it. I can't do it online.
Same.
I'm not a fast enough typer, and I don't like describing certain things. It's honestly, so Ken and I love to improv. And a lot of it's because of D&D.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's because we played D&D for so many years. We just loved, like, being able to have just the fun banter, just learning how to yes-and us. So we had years and years of learning how to improv because of Dungeons and Dragons. Shout out D&D background. This is some Stephanie lore. I got Chan says, I still need to see Hellboy. Oh my god!
it's so much fun.
Hellboy 1 was cute. I liked Hellboy
Yeah,
1,
yeah.
but Hellboy 2 is a million times better. It was that one's like one of my favorite all-time movies.
I've never seen the David Harbour one, though.
The first one?
No, the second one, or the third one rather. Excuse me.
There was a third one?
Yes, with David Harbour, the cop from Stranger Things.
He
Holy
was.
shit, I didn't know.
Yeah. He was the Hellboy. It didn't do so good.
Okay,
But yeah,
that's
Ron
why.
Perlman as Hellboy. Oh my
Oh,
god,
yeah.
that was fantastic.
Didn't have to use hardly any makeup at all.
The dude has a history of being a monster on screen. Like,
Yeah.
he was the Beast in the 1980s Beauty and the Beast
Oh my God.
TV show.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
It was so good, and
The
I loved
Beast is
it.
just this big cat man that lives in the sewers.
It's such
like,
guilty pleasure.
yeah.
Such guilty pleasure. Shout out to anybody who knows that Beauty and the Beast, the 1980s Beauty and the Beast.
1980s TV in general is just
Yeah.
guilty pleasure. Like, Donald P. Belisario sure did know how to write just compelling trash.
Right.
Like,
We got Chan says, oh my god, there's a fight scene in the D&D movie that reminded me of both the Labyrinth and Nine Lives to Valhalla game where Steph was all like, fire! Yes! This is why I like to play arcane casters, because I'm just like, fireball! Chance also says, I'm one of the noobs. We are so excited to game with you.
hell yeah.
Chance also says, I'm right at the age where I've never heard of this guy and horrified that he's the Domino's Pizza guy mascot.
Yes, he was.
Chance also says, it was so weird that John Wick was called Baba Yaga.
Oh, God,
yeah.
yeah.
So I follow lots of different hashtags on Instagram, and I follow the hashtag for Baba Yaga, and when I see fucking John Wick shit for Baba Yaga, I'm always like, don't show this for this
Yeah,
hashtag.
that's
Don't
not-
show this. No.
Baba
No.
Yaga does not mean boogeyman.
No.
It's Baba Yaga is the name of a Slavic witch from folklore.
Who eats people?
Yes. Like, she is like a force of nature. She is not a boogeyman.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ah.
So we got Rachel. Is Game Castle a new place, or has it been in Kent for a while? It sounds familiar. It is a new place.
I think it might. Yeah, I'm fairly certain it's new.
If you are familiar with Kent, it's in the old,
Yeah.
like, the kind of downtown cutesy area. It's where the Greek restaurant used to be. Yeah, the Greek restaurant's not there anymore, and now it's a game store, and it still kind of freaks me out, because I'm like, I knew when this was a restaurant, and this is weird. No, they've been open for maybe, it hasn't been even been a year that they've been open.
Probably.
Yeah, it hasn't been even a year. Chance, is there like an evil elf? Or excuse me, there is like an evil question elf that looks so much like one of my OCs in Hellboy. We got Ashley. I'm glad they got rid of that thing. There's the whole reason for that is a kind of a tragic story. Why they got rid of the Noid.
Yeah, it is.
There's lots of information about that on YouTube. Shout out to Weird Food History. They talk about that. If you want to check out their video, you can find out about why they stopped using the Noid as their mascot.
Yeah.
Chance, I do want a drawing of John Wick and Baba Yaga being buds. I'm sure it exists on the internet somewhere.
Oh, for sure. You can find anything on the internet.
Chance says, Ken, this is an improvement on the mascot. I love this. I love this.
Why, thank you.
Oh, man, this does look like an old woman, though. Like, she like,
Avoid me!
you have to answer the questions correctly, or she will eat you.
Going full Baba Yaga
Full
lore.
Baba Yaga, you, why did you come here?
Yeah.
Like, what brings you here? You have to answer the question correctly, or she will eat you.
Yes, she
Rachel, yeah, that's the is the Greek restaurant. It's no longer there, which makes me so bummed. I knew a lot of people who did belly dance there, and that's and the food was good. Ugh. I lived in Kent for a short while. I don't live there anymore, but when I was living there, that was a place I would go to all the time. I really enjoyed it. But I mean, it's cool. I love the little flower. I love the little flower. That's a great addition. I'm ready with the next number whenever you are. I think you did a great job. I do like he still got his little sneakies.
Yeah.
He's still got the sneakies because he's still got to run around.
He does.
Oh my god, this is awesome.
I really love this little druidnoid.
This is amazing.
This is so good.
Because he looks like a little bunny. Oh my god. Number 6.
Number 6.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited for number 6. It's the Burger King.
And who is the Burger King? What class is the Burger King?
Burger King is going to be our paladin.
And as somebody who played a very good paladin, I think you're more than qualified to turn that Burger King into a burger paladin.
That's right.
He's getting dethroned today, everybody.
This is his history. This is his lore. He was a paladin who was so good they made him king.
Okay. I get that. We got Ashley saying, why is tamales pronounced tamales, but females is pronounced females instead of tamales?
Tamales.
That's good. I love that.
That's delightful.
There was something about that, like with gorgonzola or some other joke about like pasta or something. I can't remember. It was like a similar
really
energy.
funny.
That's good. That's a good one. So yeah, okay. So I would always get stuck as heel bitch. So I played a lot of clerics. A lot of clerics. I got a chance to play a couple of druids. I think for a lot of first-time players, druid's like a favorite class just because it's cool. The idea that you can wild shape, the fact that you can do so many like other cool things. I didn't want to spend so much time being a wizard. And everybody else wanted to play sorcerers and stuff. I've only got to play like one bard. And bard was fun. I enjoyed playing a good bard. That's what Ken's playing in our game right now.
I'm playing my first bard right now, yeah.
It's very, very cute. I absolutely enjoy your Baz.
Kenku. Some little blue jay bird person.
Mm-hmm. We've got, Braid. Yeah. We've got a couple druids. We've got a couple of rogues.
Yes.
And then a bard, and then me, the wizard. And I think we've got okay amount for some fighty people. So we'll make things work. I have played a few rogues, and rogue was a fun class. That's a good introductionary class, honestly.
Yeah.
Because you can do lots of cool things. Because a lot of times people, when they first play a game, they're like hesitant to do things. So like, okay, I sneak and I hide. And so they can kind of watch and they can kind of assess. And that sneak attack damage, ooh,
it's
that's
nice.
Good. Like fistfuls of D6s, man.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
I've played a rogue in the past. It was fun. Although, would have really loved if our DM had like actually given me like areas I could sneak in, because just like being in very empty caverns like didn't exactly give me a lot of opportunity to hide behind things.
Yeah. We got Chance saying, I've been working on a new cross-stitch pattern design, and I'll have to send you all later because I can't decide on colors. Yay, we love colors. Mm-hmm. And Chance is thinking about multi-classing his druid into a fighter.
Ooh.
You'd have to double-check, because druids are weird about metal.
Yeah.
And it's a hard one to multi-class with. They have a lot of subsects and other... Because 5th edition brought in a lot of other cool, what do they call it? What the arcane archer is. What is that?
Oh god, yeah. I don't remember. Like,
it's a different... It's like a subclass. It's a different type of class. And you can multi-class, but they're just like fucking cooler classes. Mm-hmm. The Arcane Archer is like you take like someone who puts spells into arrow tips, and it makes it even more more damage, and it's cool. There's a lot of other like subsects for druids. Once you get into like your like different circles, I think it is for 5th edition. Then druids become like fucking powerhouses.
Oh yeah.
It's a first class. It's a first good. Like a lot of people like it for their first like character just because they're pretty well rounded, kind of like a ranger. I actually really liked playing rangers.
Yeah.
I did play a lot of rangers because back in 5th edition they could still heal. I don't, or no, for 3.5 they could heal. I don't know if they can heal in 5th edition.
I don't know. I remember though, like we had a friend who played a druid who would wild shape in like a panther, and oh my god, she would just wreck shit.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, I played a lot of rangers. Man, I should have played a ranger. I haven't played a ranger in fucking forever. Man, rangers are fucking cool. Well, if something happens to my wizard, I know my backup. The rangers, like they're called them a ranger. Like it was fun. Like you have your preferred like would you prefer hunting, up your proficiency for hunting, and so if you went up against, and it was always like, oh, is that a bear? Yeah, or like I love, like it was always fun, and when you had a good DM who played into it, and when you finally got to do that, it was really good. Yeah, ranger's a good like starting class. Just because they're also pretty well-rounded. Druids can be a little more complicated because they have got the magic, but it's a little bit easier because it's not like clerics where you have a big, long list of spells that you can cast and you have to prepare, kind of like a wizard does.
God, there's so many apps, though, now to help you organize your magic, and it's so useful.
I need to figure out my spells. I'm gonna do that later tonight. Whoopsies! I'm sure if Rowan's hearing this, they'll be fine. We got Chan saying, "Oh right, I keep forgetting about that druids." Yeah, with the metal, and forgot about the circles. It's your first character, it's your second D&D character. It's your first druid. Totally understandable. And a lot of people like this because we're playing with a lot of like people. This is their first D&D campaign ever. It's totally fine. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
God, this is so badass what you're drawing.
Thank you.
Oh, this is cool.
Thank you.
Paladin's a cool class too.
It is. Like Divine Smite, oh my god, when I played my Paladin, I loved doing Divine Smite. That was such a fun ability just to throw out there.
Yeah.
I'd always roll 8s, but you know what? It was enough. With Divine Smite, it was enough.
It was awesome. We played with a lot of people who lied about their rolls too, which was unfortunate. Because they'd always just sort of like pick it up and they'd look at it like, oh, I rolled you can do math 13, because they're like, oh, what's enough where it's not too high but not too low, but I can still succeed in what I'm doing. And unfortunately, a lot of the reasons why a lot of these players started doing it is because we played with somebody who was such a power gamer. Who would not let us do anything. If we failed hard. Like, I was telling this, God.
Oh, God, yeah. Sorry. Please continue.
There was one game where we started, and in these games, they were like Skyrim rules. Where they would make you weigh every single thing. They'd make you roll out your character randomly. So then you'd have to do the math where you could see how much you could actually carry on you. So you had to buy all of your own gear and you had to weigh everything up just to make sure you can carry it all. I spent hours on fucking inventory, on my gear, on my stuff, all of that. And what was the first thing the DM do? Throws us in jail and takes away all of our stuff.
Jesus Christ, what a dick.
And I was mad. I'm still mad. I will die mad about it. I will die mad about it. Because the worst part was, like, you know, in a lot of, like, other, like, video games, right? You're like, okay, where's the chest with all my stuff?
Yeah, you can recollect it.
No, it was gone.
Jesus,
all of us, just bullshit. All of our stuff was gone. I'm like, whoa.
That's not a fun game experience.
Where are we going? I need to get my stuff. I don't even have any boots. They literally took my fucking boots.
Jesus.
And
That's so
they're like,
messed
well,
up.
if we had given it away, then... Like, why did you waste, like, how many hours of my goddamn life to make sure I bought all of my fucking shit? Oh, I'm still mad. Oh, I'm still fucking mad. But, yeah, those are the kind of people that we were playing with, and, like, they were very, very specific about saying things in character and out of character. And I, like, just like to joke around about shit, and half the things I was saying was just like, oh, ha, ha, ha. Boobies, whatever, you know, and
Yeah.
but they would take a lot of my shit in out of character and said that they kind of implied that I said it in character. I'm like, no, I didn't. Well, moving on, and just dismiss what I had to say. I'm like, whoa, 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 no, I never said that. Well, you didn't say that you didn't say it. I'm like, no, no, no. And then they would just keep steamrolling and just kept going and going. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, stop, stop. And they would not. They just wanted to play out their little scenario as if I had said it in character. And it was just, it all hit me at a bad time in my life.
Yeah.
It really, like, there have been plenty of times where I could have just yes-ended them and just, like, whatever. Okay, fine, you know, I could roll with it. It would be funny. Whatever, I don't mind. But at that time, it hit me in a really, really, really tough spot. And that was one of the reasons why I had to stop. I had to take a break. Was just... I love those people, absolutely adore them, but it was just, I was so fucking burnt out. I was so burnt out, and I could not keep up with where they had come with a lot of their gaming, and it was because of a lot of the power gaming, because of this edgelord.
Yeah.
This edgelord DM, which just kind of ruined everything for all of us. Oh, dude, I rolled a 1. I botched.
No.
Oh, man, this is fucking rad. This is fucking
really
rad.
Loving this. Wait, I'm loving it. Crap, that's not the right slogan for this.
No, this is the frame.
I messed up.
That's the flame broiled sword when he does his smites. It's always flame broiled. Yeah. Give you a whopping whopper.
Man, I'll whopper you.
Yeah.
God. Oh, that's so good.
Whenever you're ready, number 1 is our next number.
All right. Oh my
But
God.
yeah.
I'm really happy with this. This is
fantastic.
fantastic.
This is fantastic. Yeah, this
Oh,
is legit.
man.
This is super legit.
Paladin King.
Like Burger King, when you want to
Alright.
do a weird campaign.
Well, we're gonna go immediately to his rival character. It's Ronald McDonald as the sorcerer.
As a sorcerer!
As a sorcerer.
Ah! This is true chaos magic right here.
It really is. Are you gonna have a delicious meal? Will you shit yourself? Who knows?
God, I did love that about the chaos sorcerers.
Oh, God, you had so much fun. Lily was an amazing character.
Lily was fun. Lily was a really fun character, and she was like one of my last big characters that I played, and
Yeah.
she had a big personality. I talked in a silly accent when I was playing her. She was really fun, but I hadn't played a sorcerer in so goddamn long. First time I played it in 5th edition, and they had the whole chaos element in it. So, like, whenever you would cast, sometimes like the DM just got to roll a D100 and just saw if something weird happened. Or no, it was like first you had to roll a D20 to see if something bad happens.
Yeah.
If you roll a 1, definitely something bad happens. Sometimes I just got teleported into another dimension.
That
And I'm
did
like,
happen,
oh, hey,
yeah.
guys,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
back. One time I turned something into a sheep.
You turned yourself into a tiger one time?
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah,
awesome! Like,
yeah.
oh my god, I'm a tiger now. That was fun because I was just like, I don't want to like, I just want to have fun. I just want like to bring in that chaos, and that DM had a really fun time just throwing in the wild, like just whatever, you know. It worked too because if we were struggling and I just messed up, oftentimes I would become the Deus Ex,
Yeah,
like just to
yeah.
kind of help us in that situation. Like when I turned into a tiger, I was like, "What? I'm a tiger now? Shit! I'm gonna fuck everything up." And he did a lot of those roles for me, just because I didn't have the stats for a tiger, just out ready to go. So he did a lot of the roles and murdered everything, and it was just very silly. It was very, very silly and very
Delete
fun.
your heart, I'm not.
And delete your art, yeah.
Delete it,
Yeah. We got Chance says, is there a backstory to how all these mascots came together? Ooh. Well, it was at the tavern. You know, there was a job posting
That's right.
for the best food experience that they could possibly Maybe there was a challenge. Maybe it was like a Iron Chef type of challenge. When I was talking about Iron Chef, it was
would love
actually a chef that's like an ironclad chef that's like in the bottom of the dungeon. And so while they're also working together, they're also trying to compete to see whose food is the best.
I love this story
Yeah.
already.
So they've got to they're traveling through this this cave and into this dungeon. They're traversing down below to see who can win, but also to defeat whoever can be the one to defeat the Iron Chef. Can be the one to claim the prize and the glory. God. This is a very dynamic pose that you're doing. This is fantastic.
Yeah, I'm glad I swapped it up.
Yeah.
God, I want like Alton Brown to be the GM for this game. That'd be amazing.
He's so much of a nerd. He probably would. He really does play D&D. He really does. Chance Flo loves the backstory. Okay, good. I'm glad.
Awesome.
Yes. What was I gonna say now? Yeah, sorcerers are fun. Arcane Trickster, which
Yeah.
is basically like a
It's a magic rogue.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's an basically like a sorcerer rogue, which
Yeah.
was fun. Because if you imagine because the whole thing with like magic, especially in 3.5, is you have to be able to speak. So the idea of like casting a spell where you would basically make your spellcaster mute, where they couldn't talk. That was the biggest way to stop an arcane caster. But the arcane trickster, because they had to learn subterfuge and spell rogue and sneaky like. Part of the best thing about the arcane tricksters was that they could silent cast.
Yeah.
And then it became a feat. And now I have no idea if that is even a thing in 5th edition or what the case is, but I have to look that up because I don't remember. This is fucking rad.
Thank you.
I never thought I would say this about Ronald McDonald's, but this is cool. I do love a good sorcerer. I do love a good sorcerer. They're very fun. And again, the arcane, or the chaos element, it's like chaotic background, because you have to pick a background for your sorcerers, and you have to decide how they became spontaneous casters. Some of them have like a tragic background story, like their family was murdered by orcs. Some of them are just like, I don't know, just kind of happened one day. And that's what I went with. Lily was found in a pond in this back of this lady's tavern. And she was like, holy shit, a fucking baby? Well, maybe I should watch this child. And so she had a dwarf mother, and she was a half-elf.
Dwarf Mother? I love that band.
Yeah. Lily was she was a half-elf. Her mother was a dwarf. And they came from like a very kind of like, when you think of Nordic type of a landscape. But fantasy, like kind of like Skyrim.
Skyrim. Kind of like Skyrim. You came from a Skyrim.
Lily came from a Skyrim, and so she talked in a very silly accent and very strong, and
oh, you ate my sweet roll.
I used to be a sorcerer like you once, and then I took an arrow to the knee.
God, I love that.
Yes.
I love that meme so much.
Chance says +1 to my association with clowns. I'd cosplay this version of Ronald McDonald if I cosplayed.
Outstanding.
There's a lot of people who like to do different D&D versions of like different characters.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought this would be a fun stream.
I love McThor. That's such a good... Oh, man.
Oh my
That's
god.
so fucking funny.
Oh my god. You have to all Google that one. We don't have a reference image of that one real quick.
Unfortunately, it's not loaded up.
Jeez, this fucking Ronald McDonald sorcerer. Trying to think of all the other classes I've played. I'm trying to think if there's ever a class I've never played. Barbarian. I don't think I've ever played a barbarian. I played monks. I really enjoyed it. Like, I had a character who was a monk who was one of my longest, like, first characters. It was set in a homebrewed world where it was Zelda.
Oh, nice.
And I was playing a Sheikah. And it was a Sheikah monk. I played her for a long
That's
time.
pretty rad.
Yeah. But yeah, I really liked playing monks, but I don't think I've ever played a barbarian. I don't think I've ever played a barbarian. Maybe that's going to be on the to-do list one of these days. I'll be a barbarian. I do love people who play a bard-barian. They cross-class a bard with a barbarian. Those are really funny.
Jack Black, basically.
Yes. Have you ever played a barbarian?
No.
Yeah.
I'm currently playing a bard.
Yeah.
But he's Kenku, so I don't think frail bird bones are really going to be great for a barbarian.
Yeah. I think you could probably cross-class with a barbarian with a druid. I think that's.
That makes sense.
I think I've seen people who've done barbarian druid because they've got, especially with the wild shape and then I keep trying to remember all the things that a barbarian can do. Yeah, they're cool. They're very cool. Barbarian monk is fucking crazy. Absolutely fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people do fighter ranger just because then they can they can still do a lot of the cool things that rangers can do. But I don't know, things might be different in 5th edition. When I was playing rangers, I was mostly in 3.5, and it is very different. It is very, very different, which I like a lot of the things they changed, but there were also things I didn't really like about the changes. Yeah. And it's not, I fully admit some of it was just because I'm like, this is new and I don't like new things.
Indeed.
Yes, Chance. Barbarian Druid. Check it out. I think in 5th edition, you're not allowed to cross-class until you get to level 5. I might be wrong about that.
Sounds right, because
I might be wrong, though.
I've done some cross-classing in the past, and yeah, like, level 5 was about when I was doing it, if memory serves.
Some people have that home rule.
Yeah.
Where they don't, whatever, who cares about that?
Yeah.
But I think official D&D rules, it's either 3rd level or 5th level you have to wait before you basically have enough skills in your one class before you are allowed to cross-class. It could be 3rd level, it could be 5th level, I can't remember. I remember I had a character and I was like, the way I had built her was she was supposed to be cross-classed. Yeah. And I had started level 1 and I'm just like, okay, I'm not really able to play this character the way I want to because I've always envisioned her cross-class, and it was just painful. Like, the DM that we mostly worked with, he would not dish out experience points very well.
No.
That was something else we had to fight him about.
Yeah.
We had to say, okay, in last campaign, and finally, we would close up for the night, we're like, okay, you have to dish us our experience points now. Because he would, I forgot about that. Like, oh my god. He would...
Yeah. It took years to gain a level, quite frankly.
Yeah, it was stupid. How hard he tried to make it. He's like, well, that's just how I like to run my games. I like to run them hard. No, you run them unfair. You're not playing by the goddamn rules.
Yeah.
We should be level 14 by now.
Oh, yeah.
But you don't want us to be OP, blah, blah, blah. And it wasn't. It wasn't even that.
You don't actually have to think about a challenge at higher levels.
I want to do the cleric next.
The cleric? Okay,
yes.
Let's do the cleric.
I love this.
I'm loving I'm loving it. We did it. We did
really
it for the
good.
right one.
We actually had McDonald's coffee this morning,
we did.
So that's a little special. It's special in our hearts.
Right. Where is our cleric? Okay, cleric is number 2. All right.
Okay.
It's gonna be Colonel Sanders.
I love that you picked the one from the dating sim. He was in our original list, and I came up with this idea, and I was very pleased with myself.
Yeah. I had to keep it. Yeah.
He's dressed all in white.
Mm-hmm.
You know, talk about that bolo tie.
That's right.
You know, now it does have, that's his holy symbol now. It does have magical properties. Chance, we're doing Daddy Sanders.
Yes, Daddy Sanders.
Oh, it's the Colonel himself. But yeah, I was very pleased, and I think it's because we had a few other mascots for fast food in our original list, and Ken's like, no, I want to go all in.
Oh yeah.
I was very pleased with myself with the Colonel Sanders as the cleric, as honorary heel bitch for so many goddamn years. So many goddamn years I was fucking heel bitch. Ugh. But and it's not that I would have any problem, because I for our current game that we're in, I was like, okay, I will wait to see what everybody else makes.
Yeah,
figure out what I will make so we don't die.
Yeah.
If everyone plays fighters, I will be heel bitch. If everyone does arcane casters, I will also be heel bitch. Or if everyone's playing healers, okay, I'll be the fighter, you know? I will be like, whatever it is that the party needs and to balance it. But the only one we didn't have a really good one was arcane.
Yeah.
I mean, you're as a druid, you can do some, but it's not ever going to be. It's the same like a sorcerer or a wizard. So, and they're not supposed to be. They're supposed to be buffs. You know, the bard is the buff king.
Hell yeah, I'm buff.
Yeah, with all those feathers. You wouldn't want to see me with these feathers, man. You do something about it.
Okay. Now I'm gonna size this up a little. I hope the transformation isn't like too disorienting to watch happen on screen. But
no, I'm watching it right now. It's a little bit delayed. You're all good. You're all good. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I've ever played a barbarian though. I don't think I've also even played a fighter. I don't think I've ever played a straight fighter. Yeah. I'm thinking about it. I don't think I've ever played it like just a regular, normal ass human fighter.
I mean, my fighter was a dwarf, but yeah, fighters are fun.
B, your light's on.
Oh my
B.
gosh.
We just got her
go check it out.
an automated laser pointer.
Yeah, go look.
Yeah.
It was on.
She adores it. Like
Look.
she's finally been like calming down to be able to do the laser pointer, because otherwise she'd like get way too excited and pant. But like we've also waited until she's a little older, so I think she's definitely calmed down. So I think that was definitely the right call.
We got a toy that every an hour and a half it automatically turns on, and it does this whole random routine of like a laser pointer. And it does it for about 10 minutes. It's got different modes. We're in slow mode for now.
Yeah.
I don't go too crazy. So every hour and a half, it just automatically turns on. It just turned back on. And a bee fucking goes crazy. But she was asleep next to me. And I'm like, girl, go check it out. Your laser pointer's on. Ah! Now she's the fighter.
Yes. Be absolutely yes.
We got Chance saying, I mean, are any of your characters straight? Not usually. Lily wasn't, but she fell for a very handsome paladin man. And he was just so good. He was just so good.
He was such a good boy.
He was the best boy.
He was.
Like, Sid was the bestest of boys. Like, he was that type of character who was like, because there were times where we had to sacrifice things, and everyone else is like, nah. And you're like, oh, my magic sword, sure, here you go. Yeah. And everyone's like, no, but you're our fighter. And he's like, well, you guys weren't gonna give up your shits.
God, Sid was so much fun, and like I was playing him like kind of suicidal too. Like he was very self-sacrificing. Like.
You can't say that word on YouTube.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh, pardon me. He was self-sacrificing to a fault. That if he lost his life in pursuit of saving the party, that was a good use of his life. Was how I was playing him, and. Oh man, I'm a little bummed I never got to create a new character just based on how I was playing him. But yeah, he was the best boy.
And that's why Lily just absolutely fell in love with him. Was like, oh, he's just so good. He's just so. I haven't met anyone else like him. Oh, I was playing very, very sweet. Again, I loved Lily. She was just very, very simple. This. Where's the fried chicken? Oh, he's at the end of the sword?
No, he's got a mace, is what
he's got a mace. Okay. Yeah, because paladins, Paladins you see with swords. Clerics had a lot of maces. A lot of my clerics did have maces. I'm trying to think, did any of them? Because they had more bludgeoning, and that was more of their focus, rather than, like, piercing or stabbing tools.
Yeah.
I knew so many people who thought it was so funny to put heal on the end of their weapon, and they would heal you, but it would also take damage.
What?
Like that's Did you never heard that?
No, that sounds dumb.
Oh, it's so dumb. I heard it from so many people, and they thought it was the funniest shit ever. That they would only heal somebody if, because they thought that it had to come through the end of their mace or something. So they would cast, you had to do all of this stupid rigmarole just to make it happen.
That's so dumb.
Because in 3.5, you could get a feat that would allow you to put a spell onto an object. And so then you could put your heal spell at the end of the mace, and then he would enact the spell. Because the feat is basically it sits on there until you decide to enact it, or you tell it to do this or that or something.
Oh, that's so dumb.
Oh, so stupid.
That is really stupid.
Half the party died because he would just keep doing this, and he thought it was funny.
Was this who I think it is?
This is another one of the edgelords, a different edgelord.
Okay, different edgelord.
Yeah.
Than
this is the roommate, ex-roommate of one of the edgelords.
Okay.
Yeah.
God.
He thought it was the funniest fucking shit. Okay. And I'm like, yeah, it's pretty stupid. God, but at least I guess he was entertained, so, I guess there's that.
Yeah, you got out of it what you were putting in, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
I don't think I've ever played a fighter. I haven't played a warlock just because I haven't played much 5th edition. I only played a couple of campaigns in 5th edition before I was like, I need a break. I'm done. I'm Onion Rings. And then, of course, I haven't played the Artificer or some of the other new classes. The Scion was just dumb. I'm sorry, people who are into the Scion shit. It's dumb. It's dumb. You're not a dumb person if you like it, but really, look at your life choices.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just joking.
No judgment, but here's all the judgment.
I'm doing a bit, everybody. I'm doing a bit. No, Scion's just weirdly, stupidly complicated. That's why I don't really like Scion. Scion's like psychic abilities. So you could like melt people with their brains. And it got really overpowered really quick. It was first introduced in 3.0, and don't quote me on that because it could be before that, but I was introduced to it in 3.0, and then they tried to fix it in 3.5, and there was no way to fix it because it was broken to begin with.
Oh, jeez.
And so a lot of people just outlawed Scion usage, because to build a class who's a Scion user, it was so convoluted. It was so overly complicated. It would always throw off a party, and it was just so dumb. It was so stupid. Some people, like, again, I hung out with a lot of edgelords. They love to boast about, oh yeah, I had a cool Scion character, and it's actually not that complicated at all once you read it. Like, no, it's stupid. No, it's dumb. No one thinks you're cool, and we're no one's impressed.
Coming in with the hot takes.
Oh, I dealt with a lot of really toxic like edgelords. I'm sorry, this is not supposed to be my therapy session. I'm not trying to trauma dump on you all.
Catharsis out of it is all.
Not trying to trauma dump on you all. No, I just try to tell funny stories, but. Chaz says, every time you say Scion, I'm expecting Steph to go into a Psyduck call. Psyduck! Psyduck. Oh my god. Oh, the chicken on the shoulder.
Chicken on the shoulder, yeah. This is holy symbol.
Nice.
I'm really digging this.
He puts his heal spells into his chicken.
Oh god, yes.
That's the extra one of the flavors and spices.
That is one of the secret
ingredients. It's actually a heal spell.
Oh God.
So you
just
and
have
at
to
his
sacrifice
level,
his
it's
chicken.
probably 4d8 plus his caster level. So you're fully healed with that one piece of finger licking good chicken.
Holy shit! I'm loving this Colonel Sanders. This is outstanding.
There's another one. I'd love to do the
I
barbarian.
think I know. Yep. I had a feeling.
Yeah.
I would love to do the barbarian as well.
This is amazing.
God, I'm so happy with this Colonel Sanders.
This is really good. This is
so
fantastic.
dang good. God, can we play this game with these characters?
Oh my god, we
I
have
would
to
love
find
it.
somebody to do it.
Right?
Hey, Rowan, can we throw a little something different for tomorrow's game?
Maybe this will be a D&D game I come up with to play with Jamie.
We have to make all the characters ahead of time and you just pick your...
God,
that would be really funny.
That would be
That
fun.
would be really funny. We would just
Okay.
make them all ahead of time and you just pick which class you wanted.
Our barbarian is somebody that's been making a lot of headway lately. It's Grimace.
It's Grimace!
It's Grimace.
Unfortunately, his birthday celebration is officially
It is
over,
done.
and you can't get a Grimace shake anymore.
The
I tried.
world is safe.
I tried.
Yeah.
I tried. That's why I went to McDonald's today, is I was going to get a Grimace shake for Ken, and I had to try. But Jen says these are all so goddamn rad. I volunteer. Maybe that would just be fun. We just make up all the characters.
be
You'd
funny.
have original art for most of the classes.
I
you know?
could just
Yeah.
kind of fully render some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spend a little more time on it. Yeah.
Yeah, make up each character, make them like level 10 or something, so they still got like some abilities.
Yeah.
And so that way the character's already made, and if it's a mascot, people already know how to play him. That would be really funny for a
sure.
homebrew campaign. That would be really
God,
funny.
it would be
That would
a
be
lot of
really,
fun.
really funny. Yeah. Like, and as much as like I played with a lot of edgelords, didn't have a lot, like, back in my day when I first started playing D&D, it was still a time when people got bullied for being nerds.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like, you weren't cool if you played D&D. You were not. You were made fun of a lot if you played D&D. And so there wasn't like a whole bunch of groups. There wasn't a store I could go to and just like
find a group.
a group. Yeah, it was very few people who were playing D&D, so I was kind of stuck with my group of edgelords. And thankfully things are a lot different now, and that's fantastic that things are so much different. I really appreciate how different the whole world has, oh my god, I love the giant weapon. That's fucking amazing. I love the I love 5th edition. I love the addition of the new classes, the new races. The Dragonborns are awesome.
I've been having a lot of fun with 5th edition.
Yeah. Always wanted to play Faerun. The fact that I can play a Sun Elf, oh my gosh, brings me back to World of Warcraft, playing my Sun Elf. I played for the first big expansion, the first big upgrade, when they brought in the Sun Elf, it was the Blood Elves, and man, I fucking loved my Blood Elves. I played so many goddamn Blood Elves. There are times where I think about going back to playing World of Warcraft, and I'm like, one, it's money, and I don't have the time.
Yeah.
And I don't really have a computer that could probably handle it.
Subscription services to play a game has never really sat well with me.
Yeah.
I say that working in CSP, which is a subscription service, but this is a tool I use every day, so it's a little different. But
And for some people, that cost is worth it to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
If I had a beefier computer to play on, and like a group I was playing with regularly, kind of like D&D, and that's why a lot of people still are on World of Warcraft. Some people have been playing it since it first came out, and they have their favorite characters, and they have their favorite, people have met each other, people got married.
Oh yeah.
Not just Leroy Jenkins, it was just like people have it's absolutely changed their lives, and I like some of the character designs. I think it's cool,
Yeah.
But I'm excited to play a Blood Elf in our current campaign, and it's been a long time since I played a wizard. So I will do my best wizarding and do my best to make sure that we all don't die.
Thank you. I appreciate this.
Yes. Well, for your people's first campaign, and for you coming back, you wanted to play a bard, people should go and play what they want. Unfortunately, D&D is not built that way. So no, I'll be the power. That'll be the thing that balances our party out. It's totally fine. And I say that with truly meaning that I really have because I wasn't even sure what the fuck to play, and I was like, I have played so much. This is the first time coming back into D&D in like 5-6 years, and I don't know what to do. I don't know. I mean, have I had lots of like favorite characters? Yeah. I know you were talking about how you liked Grum as your favorite character. Lily was definitely up there as one of my favorite characters. But I played so many goddamn characters. There's some that I don't even remember. Yeah. I remember I finally convinced one friend to run a monster campaign where we got to play monster characters, which was harder to do in 3.0, which is what we were playing back in the day. The how to transfer all the information from the monster manual to turn them into races you could play. But I played a centaur, and I thought it would be cool. That one, I believe she was a ranger. A ranger centaur. Yeah, she was fucking badass with the bow. She was, like, good at, like, tracking. She's fucking rad. And, trying to play a centaur in a dungeon...
Yeah, I can see how that would be difficult.
Thankfully, my friend Jordan, who was playing a sorcerer, or I think he was either playing a sorcerer or a wizard, he made sure to get the spell Spider Crawl just for me.
Oh, that's horrifying! The implications of that are horrifying!
Yes, I would clomp on the side
No! I hate this story already!
We were like, man, because we're like, dude, you knew that I was playing a centaur. Why would you build your dungeon with ladders?
Oh, no.
Like, come on, man. Handicapped, capable. Like, we live, come on. Let's live a little progressive here. Jesus Christ. No, instead, my dear friend Jordan, because we had just leveled up in the middle of the dungeon, and he's like, I got a new spell slot. Don't worry, Steffi, I'll do it for you. I'm like, thank you. Otherwise, I don't know how the fuck I'm getting out of this place. I don't know how the fuck I even got in there, but yeah,
carefully.
He cast spider crawl, so I was walking like a spider on the side, giant ass centaur.
I'm a little sad that you weren't like a centaur bard, because then you'd be the centaur of attention.
Chance wants you to know that this grimace is amazing, and it is. I like the belts. I like the giant axe. This is amazing. This is absolutely
Grim
amazing.
Axe is his name.
Oh, nice. Man. Oh my gosh. Too bad there aren't enough characters just for McDonald's to play D&D.
There probably are. There's
some of them are outlawed now. That you can't play them. You can't.
You know what? Who cares? Bring in Mayor McCheese. Bring in the constable guy. Bring in the fry guys. Have Birdie. Just bring them all back.
Chance wants you to know that he took some psychic damage from that pun, the Centaur of Attention.
You're welcome.
That's the Scion ability right there. Ugh.
God, I'm really loving this. This
really
is
good.
Fantastic.
I'm loving it.
These are all so dang
Okay,
good.
what other classes do we have left?
Let's see. We haven't
done a wizard.
No.
We haven't done the bard.
We did a sorcerer. Let's see. We've got a ranger, a bard, the rogue, the wizard, the monk.
What do you want to do?
Oh God. Let's go with the ranger. Okay. I think the ranger would be a lot of fun.
Because we've got about 20 minutes.
We do.
So we got maybe time for 2 more, maybe.
Ranger.
3?
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Hi, we're millennials.
We are. God. Love the Taco Bell Chihuahua.
I absolutely adored him too. So why is he the ranger, Kenji?
I figured puppos are good at sniffing things out and tracking scents and everything, so ranger felt pretty natural to me.
And his favorite beast is Taco Bell. That's why he's always talking about how much he wants it. B, what are you doing? You're right behind his chair.
What?
Oh my gosh, little girl, what are you doing?
That silly girl.
It's a little girl. Chance. Oh my god, I love the Taco Bell doggo. Yes, me too. Me too. You grew up in the 90s and early 2000s. Okay. It's ingrained in your brain about the Yo Quiero Taco Bell. Which everyone tells me that's incorrect Spanish.
Yeah, you just say quiero Taco Bell. You wouldn't say yo, because quiero with the O at the end already makes it like I want. So yo is I want, is kind of what it would essentially be. But yeah,
okay.
you don't need, you can just say quiero.
Quiero Taco Bell?
Quiero Taco Bell.
Instead of yo quiero?
Yeah. It's just, you're being redundant.
There's a few things like that in Japanese too. I get that. When people say watashi wa. Like, okay, sometimes you don't actually have to use a pronoun. Like, that is one good thing about Japanese, is that they're not so, like, you don't have to do pronouns all the time. If you just say, I'm going someplace, it's implied that you're talking about yourself. You don't have to do that. Oh, my goodness. I think he definitely's got the preferred creature, the preferred, which is Taco Bell.
Yes.
For sure. We got a chance that I had a stuffed animal of the Chihuahua that said the slogan. Rachel, my YouTube keeps kicking me out for some reason, or it stops altogether. I'll watch it later. Yeah. Thanks for letting us know. Sorry that YouTube's giving you some problems.
Thanks for joining us when you could, though.
Absolutely. Always glad, an honor and a pleasure to have you with us. Appreciate you. It's a Saturday night. I'm sure there's a lot of people on YouTube doing stuff. The Quiero Taco Bell popper. Rangers were fun. Like I said, I had a lot of fun playing Rangers. I don't know the information about Ranger class in 5th edition. I don't know too much about them. I think that's the one class nobody ever played.
Was the Ranger?
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have too many of them.
No, we didn't have any.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think we even had any NPCs. Played anybody who were playing a ranger.
I thought you did an elf ranger once, but nobody was the heal bitch that time. So
I think I made a ranger, and then I was nobody was on heal bitch duty, and everyone's like, oh well, I've already made my character. And I'm like, fine, I'll just throw this away and I'll make it. Yeah, I remember that now. I was pretty pissed off about it. But
I remember, yeah.
I was like, no, if we don't have a healer, we will be dead.
Yeah.
We will be dead.
Yeah.
I will be the healer. Well, no, you should play what you want. This is what I want. I don't want to have my character die after spending all this time making another character, and then only for her to die just because we don't have anybody. Because the person who used to, our old DM, never passed out healing items.
No.
Potions were like the thing that we most coveted, and you couldn't find them anywhere. No. You couldn't find them in like treasure chests. You couldn't find them for sale. If you did, they were even more pricey than they were listed as, because that was something he could control.
Yeah.
Because we're like, well, in the DM guide, even the player's handbook, they're only listed as this much. Well, in this town, they're more listed as more. And any time he could have control over those elements, he would.
Yeah, he was not a game master or DM for fun. He was doing it for just control, which
is gross.
Yeah,
it was gross. It was not fun.
Doesn't speak well of his character.
Oh no.
There's a reason we don't talk to him anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Lots of reasons.
But yeah, so if there was nobody on heel bitch duty, we would have been dead.
Oh yeah.
Easy. Because he always rolled natural 20s. He always confirmed his hits. He always knew what our AC was, just so that he knew what he could make up with him back behind the screen.
He got so mad when, I kept, there was one time I got really frustrated that just I wasn't making any hits. And, I had a pretty decent character overall. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what is this guy's AC? Just frustrated by it. I wasn't actually asking. I don't have to tell you that.
Wow, you took that way too personally, my dude.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I just saw what you've drawn already. And the hair. The hair. Oh no, that's a hood.
That's a hood, yeah.
Oh, I love this. Oh, this is amazing. This is the goodest boy. And those little booties.
This is a little boy, yeah.
Oh, I actually have a love of Chihuahuas. Everybody hates Chihuahuas. I like Chihuahuas. It really depends on the Chihuahua, I should say.
Like, honestly, don't treat them like a little baby. Treat them like a dog, and they'll be just absolutely fantastic little puppos.
Okay, but even some that are treated like sweet little babies can be really sweet.
That's true.
It really depends on... I mean, but like they say with most dog owners, it really depends on the owner. Yeah. And, there are some Chihuahuas, they do get a little possessive, and they can startle easily, and so they're a little dog, and so what do? They bark. Yeah. Because they have to pretend to be a bigger dog because they are a very small dog.
Yeah.
And so they are quick to barking, but a well-trained Chihuahua, you know, can be one of the sweetest, most loving little creatures. Yeah. And I've seen some that are just the sweetest little babies. They're just held like little babies, and they're just treated like little babies, and they are so adorable, and they're so sweet. Like, a nice little Chihuahua. It's just tiny, little dumb baby dog, and they're adorable, and I love them. But I have met a lot of, because some Chihuahuas have a lot of energy. They're dogs. Because they like to run, they like to go and play. They don't like to just be held around and coddled all the time.
Yeah.
Like that's where people you still need to treat them like a dog. And there are some that the older Chihuahuas, those types of dogs, they just like to be held. Like, just hold me. I don't want to walk on the ground. I don't want to be held on the ground. Because sometimes on being on the ground, they feel how small they are, and they can get intimidated. And so when you just pick them up, they're like, oh, okay, I'm with people now. Okay, I'm on eye level with everybody, and I'm not feeling intimidated like I might get stepped on.
Yeah.
But then, again, some Chihuahuas who don't get their exercise, because they can be, you talk about fucking Zubies, holy fucking shit.
Little fat, chunky boys.
Oh my gosh. But when they zoom so fucking fast.
Yeah, they do.
And so, that's where they still are dogs, and they still need their exercise, and they still need, to be treated like pets. Chances this is adorable. I think this is very adorable. What are our last remaining classes? We've got 10 minutes left.
Okay. Gosh, so I really love this ranger.
Really good.
Little ranger puppo.
He's a ranger.
He's gonna sniff out the path for you through these woods.
Oh, yes.
Let's see.
He just takes us to Taco Bell, and you know what? We're all tired, and we could use a good rest. They won't judge us that we're covered in orc blood.
They'll serve us our Baja Blast regardless.
We can just take all of the sauce packages. They won't care. They won't care. No judgment at the Taco Bell.
Let's see. We have got Bard, Rogue, Wizard, and Monk.
What do you want to do?
I kind of want to do the Monk.
Really?
I think the Monk might be fun, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little Caesar.
Who was the Bard?
The Bard was Jollibee.
Oh, are you sure you don't want to do that?
You know what? Yeah. Let's do the Bard.
Because it's that's what you're playing, and I love a good Jollibee. Jollibee is a delish.
Jollibee is tasty, quite frankly.
I've not been to Jollibee in so long.
It's been so long for me too. Like like the Aloha burger. Holy shit, it's so good.
I just love that you can get spaghetti.
Yeah, spaghetti and fried chicken and burgers all in the same place.
Same place. Yeah.
Like,
is it Jollibee Filipino or is it
Filipino?
It's Filipino. Okay, yeah. I have a client who's Filipino, and she's like, Jollibee just makes me think of home and makes me happy. Jollibee is amazing. Because we live in the Pacific Northwest, we live in the Seattle area. There's a lot more Asian companies and influence, and so we get a lot of really fucking amazing food here. I was talking to a different client who's thinking about moving here from Florida. She and her wife, and their 2 kids who are hire assistants. And I'm like, dude, fucking Pacific Northwest is fucking great. You just may hate the gray. The season of gray, where we have no sunlight. Most people who are implants have no idea what they're in for until they are here, and they're like, holy shit, I didn't realize how awful the gray would be.
Yeah.
I thought you would want to do a bard just because, you're playing a bard tomorrow.
Yeah.
Who was the wizard?
Oh god, the wizard was the Arby's mascot.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
And who was our last one?
The Hamburglar was gonna be the rogue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But he's already pretty much there.
He is.
Yeah.
He doesn't need a lot of work. TBH.
The pizza. That one was good for the monk. Have you ever played a monk?
I have not.
They're fun. Whenever they had to go into like a city where you had to peace tie your weapons, so you're like, I'm a monk.
Peace tie my avoid. Oh wait, monk. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We had a few campaigns where that was like the thing, and then like I realized later, no, that was just that GM. A lot of cities don't actually do that. Like in a lot of like big, like, well, it's my own world, okay? We're not gonna be done shit talking this person for a long time, okay? We're not gonna be done, or at least I will never be done shit talking this person. Memories.
That's right.
This is awesome.
Thank you.
Who's so once we got just like about 7 minutes left while Ken's drawing this, I'd love to know in the chat who is your favorite for tonight. What general was your favorite? Who did you like the most? Oh man, I'm trying to remember all the ones. I'm trying to think of who would be my favorite. Honestly, your Sorcerer of Ronald McDonald's.
I really loved Ronald.
Oh, chances the Jack of the Box was really good.
Oh god,
Jack of the Box
was great.
good. Yeah. Your Charles E. Cheese Entertainment
That was fun.
was really good too. The Chuck E. Cheese. I'm trying to think of the other ones. Wendy was pretty
was
badass.
fun. Oh yeah.
Wendy was really good.
I wanted Wendy to be badass.
Yeah, it was really good. Like you have a love of a Wendy burger.
I do. Wendy's is easily my favorite fast food chain.
Annoyed was fantastic
God.
though too.
Yes.
I really like this Jollibee that you're going with.
Thank you.
You got a little loot.
Yeah.
A loot-a-lele.
Just a little loot.
A little
loot.
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 That's what my friend John would have for the Ren Fair. It's this loot-a-lele. It's basically a ukulele, but it was shaped to look like a lute. It was very cute. It had the bold back, but it didn't really affect it.
Yeah.
It still played and sounded like a ukulele. But yeah. Oh, this is adorable. Hold a little lute-a-lele.
Yes.
Well, yeah, thank you all so much. I'm not going to wrap things up like right now. I just wanted to say,
Thanks
thank
for
you all so
joining
much for
us.
your comments, and we're always open for suggestions for ideas for stream. We've got a pretty good one. We're actually going to be taking next week off, just because there's a big festival happening that I have not been to in years and years and years. This is so adorable. I love the hat. You did a great job transforming that little hat into, that's like a Yes Gear hat right there.
I was trying to channel Yes Gear. That was my intention. Yes Gear.
Toss a coin to your chicken maker.
Or you could toss a subscription to your YouTuber.
Oh, watchers of plenty. Oh, watchers of plenty. Oh. Next week we will not be here. I'll be doing obons. I'll be doing traditional Japanese dances with a very good friend of mine. It's gonna be a fun little double date that we're doing. And so we'll be thinking to y'all, but we got a really great idea for the following stream that I think you all will really like. We're doing some more Japanese inspired stuff. This is amazing. Chance says this reminds me a video game Yes Gear. Yeah.
Yes, that was what I was going for.
Yeah, with the hat and everything. This is
Oh,
adorable.
yeah.
This is adorable. Yeah, in a couple weeks we've got a really good idea for a stream, but we're always open for suggestions. You can hit us up on all of our different social medias. We still got about 4 minutes if you wanted to, or do you want to go through your favorites while we're here?
Let's check out, because I think which one was which? Let's see. I mean, Wendy was pretty magical.
Mm-hmm. And you do love a Wendy burger. You have converted me to the love of Wendy's. Wendy's is a good burger.
The Burger King Paladin was definitely amazing.
That's good. That's really good.
Yeah. God. Because there is one that I would love to leave you all with, which I think was actually... Yes. Okay. The organization. All right, my Jack-in-the-Box. Well, I'll leave you with this pleasant image of our Jack-in-the-Box warlock.
So good. He's really, really good. Yeah. But yes, we stream every Saturday night, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Saturday nights. Again, we won't be here next week, but we'll be back the following week. Again, we got some really good ideas. It's going to be video game inspired.
Ooh,
so
give them some
leave it
tastes.
that little snippet.
Right.
If you made it all the way to the end, you get a little tasty taste.
Heck
Follow please follow us on social medias. We both just joined Threads.
We did, and we're loving that experience that it's been.
Yeah, you've been saying I've been loving it. Like, are you getting paid by McDonald's every time you say that?
It's just like, how do you work always fresh, never frozen into everything? Like, I don't know how to do it. I just don't know.
I know. As much as you would love to be pimping.
I would. I would be having it my way if I could be pimping.
Add big.
Oh, no.
Have it your
That
way.
jingle gets stuck in my head
You
so
will.
easily. But hey, you know what? Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thank you all so much for watching.
It's been an absolute blast.
And we just joined Threads. Please follow us there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And feel free to leave us suggestions.
Yeah.
All of our other social medias are on our main page. Make sure you smash that like, hit that sub,
That's right.
hit those bells so that you get notified right away whenever we go live.
Heck yeah.
We have one video up. And,
everything else is a live stream.
Everything else is live stream. So go back next week. Would be a great opportunity to go back and watch some of our previous streams or watch the beginning of this one if you missed the beginning of it. But thank you all so much for watching. Am I forgetting anything, Kenji?
That sounds very comprehensive.
Good. We love y'all. Thank you so much for watching.
Have a great night.